Good morning. In this video I'll share some of my Christmas advertising and early lighting that I've collected. Um, First item I'd like to share with you guys is this really fun mesh stocking that is full of presents, and I'll tell you, a lot of temptation to rip that open and see what's in there. But you can see a lot of the games in there and the toys, crayons and marbles, and there's even a box in there that says a mystery present. The other item here beneath this is this early box for ornaments, and with the W on there for Woolworth Company. This is a fun box of tinsel, fireproof. Always had to be cautious of that. Early electricity, and of course using candles, which I'll talk about in just a second here. These are boxes I look for as well. I call them holly boxes. Sometimes they were used for manufacturing. Other times I believe they're gift boxes. They're fun. I have several of those. And then this is another tinsel piece. And it's all notched along the edges so you can reuse your tinsel. My grandma always did, that's for sure. You had to take it off just right. And there's another little box of icicles. Tinsel icicles. And then this box back here is a box of shiny bright ornaments. I've noticed nowadays they're actually coming out with reproduction shiny brights. But these are particularly interesting, this box is, because as you can see, they're making a big deal out of the fact they're American made, so I believe it's World War II era, with Uncle Sam and Santa Claus shaking hands there. This is another fun item. This is an old cigar box, and the cigar box dates to the 1890s, and they've reused it by putting a Christmas scrap on the back to make as a presentation for these two little celluloid dolls that they've made handmade clothes for a present. And now I'll discuss a little bit about antique lighting and what they did over the years. And one book I use quite often is this book called Christmas Past by Robert Brenner. And inside you'll see lots of examples of items that I haven't found, but I have a few of these in here, I guess. Glass and the weighted candle clips you can see there. But that's a really great book if you're interested in antique Christmas. One lantern that's in that book are actually these 3 glass lanterns back here. These were used, you'd have tallow inside of it, a burnable substance, and then you'd have a wick inside that would stick out slightly and that you would light. And this would obviously be used on large Christmas trees because they're quite heavy. This little lantern here, I'm still torn on, whether it's actually Christmas or not, but it has a little clip on the back, and all the sides of the lantern are colored glass, which makes me think Christmas. And there's actually a little lamp in there that is removable. You could put a burnable substance in, kerosene I suppose, that you could light. But I'm not quite sure if that's Christmas related or not. And then these little clips right here are clay ball weighted, and that would keep them from tipping on your branches of your tree, because you don't want your tree to tip over. No, here's another fun thing I forgot to point out. For manufacturing wise, this is an old roll of gift wrapping tape with poinsettias on it. That's kind of fun. Long one I've ever found like that. And of course this little, I have about 30 of these. They're to resemble little lanterns, and they slide in between the branches of a tree. And then of course I've got other manufactured candle related lighting devices, including this fun little box. This is the lid. It's from Germany, obviously. And I'm not quite sure what this little item is here. I think it's maybe floating in water. It's got cork at the bottom so it would float, and one of those slides right inside there. But those are little lightable candles too. I think I've discussed all my, well, and these are various clips, of course. This one would slide between the branches, and you have your candle in there. This one would slide on your branches like that. This one's really complicated. My gosh. Besides having the clip to clip on your tree, then you also have another clip for your candle there. They don't want that candle going anywhere. That's amazing, the different types of clips. Here's another one that slides on the branches. This is a newer one. And then I put out a few candles here so you can see the how big the candles actually are. And then there's, of course, boxes that you can collect that had the candles inside, including this one here with the W on it for Woolworth. That's a really fun one. That's probably 1910. And then this little paraffin German candle box is fun with the little elf holding the candles. And then I've got some other early electric lighting devices as well. I'm not really into them as much because they're not as old. I like really old stuff. But here's a box right here with cords on it with the sockets. Safety first. And obviously with the lighting of the candles, this would all be done, they say Christmas Eve. Obviously you'd want a bucket of water here by your tree, which they actually, I've seen in photos of interiors that they did. And then this is another box of Christmas lights. And I think this one's fun because it says year-round lighting. And so, as you can see on here, they've got for lawn parties, Halloween, house parties, 4th of July, porch parties. So they were selling those to use all year round. And then I also have some really reflectors. These are tin. You can hear them. They're pretty heavy. And then my grandma had these when I was a kid. Of course, they were left over from the 50s, but these are like a foil. And they really do reflect the big bulbs. Of course, there's the big bulbs in there. And then my last electric lighting, of course, wouldn't be complete without bubble lights. And these are lots of fun. I have a newer box that I've bought in recent years that I put out sometimes, but these are the old ones, which of course I've never plugged in because I'd be afraid that they'd, I don't know, burn the house down or something. And so that's my collection of manufacturing with Christmas related items and lighting. Be sure to stop by our shop next Saturday. It's our last Saturday we'll be open until April, 10 to 2 here in Harpers Ferry. Thanks so much for watching, and we got one more video coming up after this. Merry Christmas to everybody, and we'll see you later. Thanks.